They've stopped trying to win.
Now they just disqualify.
Marine Le Pen, the French populist firebrand, has just been slapped with a 5-year political ban. The charge? Embezzlement of EU funds. The timing? Impeccably corrupt. She was surging in the polls for 2027, until suddenly the courts decided she couldn't run. Sound familiar? That's because it is. Same script, different actors.
Bolsonaro in Brazil, banned until 2030.
Georgescu in Romania, disqualified just after winning the first round of elections. The left has found a new strategy. If they can't beat you at the ballot box, they beat you in court. This isn't about justice. It's about preemptive political assassination. They don't need to prove you're guilty. They just need to say you might be. Suspend your rights, taint your name, block your candidacy. The media will do the rest. Let's break it down. Le Pen. The French front collapses in court. Marine Le Pen has been a thorn in the side of France's globalist elite for over a decade. She's pro-sovereignty, anti-Brussels, anti-open borders, and that makes her dangerous. Not to the people. She routinely polls near the top.
But to the system.
So what happens? Just as she positions herself for a strong run in 2027, the judiciary springs a 5-year ban on her for alleged misuse of EU funds. Let's be clear. The EU is a bureaucratic swamp where billions evaporate with zero transparency. If every politician who played fast and loose with EU money was banned, the European Parliament would be empty. But only Le Pen gets the hammer. Why? Because she might actually win. That's the threshold now. Not whether you're corrupt, but whether you're a threat. Bolsonaro, Brazil's Trump, silenced.
Jair Bolsonaro was banned from running until 2030, not because of a criminal conviction, not because of proven fraud,
but because he questioned Brazil's electronic voting system. That's it. Question the system. Get removed by the system. You can burn down cities in a leftist protest and walk free.
But question vote tabulation in Brazil?
You're done. Bolsonaro's base remains massive. He filled streets even after leaving office. He represented a break from Brazil's kleptocratic elite. And for that, he had to go. They couldn't risk another run, so they changed the rules mid-game. Georgescu, Romania's outlier erased. In Romania, a candidate named Georgescu shocked the political class. He won the first round of elections, then, boom. Banned.
The reason?
Alleged foreign interference. No trial. No process. Just a political guillotine.
The deep state there didn't even bother to cover it with flair.
Just an anonymous national security letter and a ban.
The real crime?
He was outside the system. He wasn't playing by Brussels rules. They don't need due process anymore. They've learned that perception is more powerful than evidence. If you're labeled far-right, dangerous, or pro-Russia, your political career is over. No court ruling required.
The pattern, lawfare, is the new ballot stuffing.
Look at the trend.
Right-wing outsider gains traction. Globalist institutions panic.
Courts launch investigations. Charges are ambiguous, exaggerated, or decades old. Candidate is barred or disqualified.
They call it accountability.
But it's preemptive censorship. And the targets are always the same. Leaders who oppose mass immigration,
criticize central banks,
defend national sovereignty, question globalist treaties, challenge green fascism,
refuse to bow to transnational bureaucracies. Notice a pattern.
These are the exact positions that threaten unelected power. This isn't left versus right anymore.
It's system versus outsider.
And the system is willing to burn the Constitution to protect itself.
The hypocrisy, real criminals walk free. While Le Pen is banned, Macron walks free after torching the middle class with inflationary policies and authoritarian lockdowns.
While Bolsonaro is silenced, Lula, the actual convicted criminal, sits in the presidency, whitewashed by media. While Georgescu is barred, Romania's elite funnels EU money into private contracts like it's a national sport. It's not about justice.
It's about obedience.
You can be as corrupt as you want, as long as you play by the rules of the global elite. Step out of line, and they'll make an example of you. They've rebranded tyranny as democracy protection. Lawfare isn't new. But now it's the default. Look, using courts to remove enemies isn't a novel concept. Rome did it. Stalin mastered it. But in the past, it was a last resort. Now, it's the playbook.
Why?
Because it's cleaner. You don't need tanks. You just need judges.
You don't kill the opposition. You just disqualify them.
And you get to look democratic while doing it. It's brilliant. And it's disgusting. And here's the kicker. The left is openly admitting it now. They don't care about appearances anymore. The ends justify the means. Because to them, saving democracy means eliminating anyone who challenges their hegemony. Ironically, they're doing exactly what they accuse their enemies of. It's projection as strategy. What's next? The global ban wave.
If you think this ends in Europe or South America, think again.
This playbook is going global. In the US, Trump is being indicted in 4 different jurisdictions. His real crime? Refusing to die politically.
In Argentina, Javier Milei was nearly blocked from assuming office despite a legitimate win. In Italy, Giorgia Meloni is next on the hit list if she steps out of line with the EU's climate cult.
This is the new warfare, clean, bureaucratic, and utterly ruthless.
And if you don't comply,
you're a threat to democracy. What can be done? The only answer is decentralization. Stop thinking in terms of national politics.
The nation-state has become a tool of control, not liberation. Build parallel systems, local economies,
private currencies,
encrypted communication.
Opt out of their rigged game. Because sooner or later, every outsider will be labeled a criminal.
Not for what they did, but for what they represent. Resistance to central power.
They can't beat us in ideas, so now they just ban us. Don't let them memory hole this. Comment below. Do you think Le Pen's ban was justified? Or was this just another rigged play? Like, subscribe and share if you're tired of watching the system eat its enemies alive. Because if they can ban them, you're next.